is a Christmas ornament. He was accidentally thrown out with the Christmas tree. Now he's lost in the outside world, and he's got to find a way home. So Philippe creeps through a forest of cracked candy canes sticking up from the ground. When Philippe gets home, he wants to be the most special ornament on the tree, so he steps carefully to keep his beautiful black boots nice and clean. A dark figure gazes down at Philippe from on top of a battered lunchbox. "These are my woods," the figure growls, "and you are not welcome." The figure carries a weapon with a sharp crescent-shaped tip. "Well," the scary entity shouts, "why are you still here?" "I'm so sorry," Philippe apologizes, "but I have nowhere to go. I'm lost." "Oh, I see," the figure says, scratching his head. "That is a pickle." The figure jumps down where Philippe can get a good look at him. "You're a toy," Philippe says excitedly. The toy wears a hard hat and holds a pickaxe. But in the other hand, well, there is no other hand. In fact, where the stranger's second arm should be is just an empty socket. "I'm Construction Carl," the toy says, offering his one hand. His grip is as strong as steel, and I'm going to help you get home. Carl climbs into the lunchbox, and Philippe follows. The lunchbox is filled with many treasures, like quarters and dimes, old chess pieces, and even a toy plane. But the most impressive thing in the lunchbox is a regal portrait of a sleeping old man with a large nose and a puffed-out purple ascot. "This is Sir Edward V from the House of Postel," Carl says. "His magic can transport things over great distances." "Humph, gazoo," the old man snorts as he wakes up. He eyes Philippe through a monocle. "I see we have company," he grumbles. "Construction Carl says your magic can take me home," Philippe cries excitedly. "It can," Sir Edwards agrees. "But first, you must find me a wizard." "Wizard?" Philippe asks. "What do you need a wizard for?" "The magic is in me," Sir Edwards replies, "but you need a wizard to cast the actual spell. Any fool knows that." "Where am I going to find a wizard?" Philippe asks. Sir Edward snorts. "We have to go to the big city, of course." And so Carl and Philippe pack Sir Edwards safely into a Ziploc bag and begin walking down a black path with a yellow line down the middle. It's called a road. Why, they'll be in the big city in no time. At least that's what Philippe thinks, until a great wind comes along and snatches Sir Edwards into the air. "Help!" Sir Edwards calls as the wind turns him this way and that. Philippe and Carl jump for him, but the wind is too strong, yanking Sir Edwards away. Finally, Sir Edwards lands in the middle of a round pool of water. Now he's really in trouble. "I'll save you," Construction Carl cries, immediately jumping into the water. "I thought you couldn't swim," Sir Edwards notes. "I can't," Carl realizes with horror. With a balloop of escaping air, Carl and Sir Edwards are dragged underwater. Philippe is left all alone. Philippe could dive in after them, but then the paint might wash off his black boots. If that happens, he can't be the most special ornament on the tree. Philippe must make a choice. He takes a deep breath and jumps in. Philippe is surrounded by a swirling vortex of water. It turns him and it churns him. It sloshes him and it goshes him. And then the water not only tickles, it also pickles. And just as Philippe doesn't think he can take any more, the water spits him out the other end. He flies high in the air, and then he plops into the middle of a swamp. "My boots!" cries Philippe in horror. The swirling vortex has completely washed the paint away. But he's found Carl and Sir Edward's. "Philippe is here," Carl cries. "We're saved." "My hero," Sir Edward grumbles crankily. Philippe stares across the swamp and he sees the tall towers of the big city. They're almost there.